In this video, we will discuss Eddie Hall's comments about his upcoming match and his future in arm wrestling, Michael Todd's comments about the Devon vs Kurdecha match, who he believes was going to win that match if the wrong call wasn't there, and also towards the end we'll discuss one upcoming super match event that I think we should know about. Eddie said that he's 37 now and he will focus only on fighting, only on MMA until he turns 40. He believes that fighting after 40 is a risky move. It's not a smart move, so he'll probably quit that. But despite that, we can already see that he is arm wrestling. He arm wrestled Brian Shaw and now he's going to arm wrestle Robert Oberst on 15th of August at the Shaw Classic event. Eddie believes that arm wrestling training isn't too difficult. The thing is, with arm wrestling, I find it quite an easy thing to train for. Eddie thinks that he can do whatever he wants throughout the day, and just once he can train his right arm for 20 minutes and that's it. That's all he needs to get strong. Well, maybe it is going to work for him in the beginning phase, of course it is, but eventually he will have to train more than that because everyone does. Eddie believes his upcoming match is going to be a tough one. Robert has been arm wrestling for quite some time now, so he won't go down easily. Brian Shaw also commented on the current controversy which is going on in the arm wrestling world. He said that the back and forth that is happening, it's quite unfortunate and it shouldn't be happening. Brian said that initially they didn't have the Baku venue secured. That's why they weren't sure about going there and they contacted Brian to have an East vs West event in collaboration with Shaw Classic, which is exactly what's happening on 15th of August. Monster Michael Todd said that even though Devon won the super match against Kurdecha, but he was the one who was lying on the floor gasping for air, while Kurdecha was just getting warmed up. He was running around the arena. So Michael isn't sure if the match continued, if the wrong call wasn't made, who would have won the match. But even he believes that if the rematch happens, Devon is still going to be a 70-30 favorite. Then he discussed his own match against Georgi Zaranov. Michael is a little bit upset that people are calling him for his straight arm King's move, even though it was completely within the rules. But no one is calling out Georgi Zaranov for crossing the center line of the table with his shoulder by at least 3 inches. This is something that should have been called a foul, and yet nobody is talking about it. Michael believes that he will be willing to arm wrestle Zaranov again. He will be willing to arm wrestle Alex Kurdecha, Artyom Morozov, Jerry Cadret, but not Kamil Jablonski. Because since the day Kamil lost to Michael, all he's done is cry. And I kind of agree with Michael here. Kamil basically says every time that he won against Michael. I think that even if Kamil himself was the referee of the match, he would still lose 3-1 to Michael. So under no circumstances does he have the right to believe that he actually won that super match. So Michael is training for the Shaw Classic event. The match is not confirmed yet. If Devon goes up against Kurdecha on both left and right, which is possible, then Michael won't be arm wrestling Alex. But if those matches with Devon are not possible, then Alex versus Michael on the right arm can actually happen. I don't want Alex to arm wrestle Devon on the left and then Michael on the right. So basically the same thing which he did at the previous East versus West event. I don't think he's going to do that again. Even if Michael doesn't get offered a super match, he will still be training for the Shaw Classic in case someone gets injured or someone cannot travel to USA. So he will be offering the replacement match. So are we going to see Devon versus Michael? I think we may see that. On July 19th, there is going to be a small arm wrestling event in Malta, which is going to happen with the combat event, which is the MMA event there. And there will be a rematch between Kirsten Prodigy and Bojidar Simeonov. Last time they arm wrestled, Kirsten was just a beginner and Bojidar tore his bicep in round 1. This time Kirsten is much stronger and he is coming for a revenge. Can he get that job done in this 85 kg super match? I highly doubt that, because Kirsten's move I believe is a hook and Bojidar is also a hooker, and it's not really that easy. So in my mind, Kirsten may be making a mistake one more time. Toms Rositz is also going to arm wrestle there. The matches will be available few days after the actual event on Kirsten's channel for free. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like the video and I'll see you again.